We're going to take just a couple minutes of your time to share something just a little bit different. Over the last 5 years or so, Steve and I have bought and sold dozens of cars and motorcycles. We normally buy projects, do some work on them, and then flip them, and we do that until we run across our keepers. Though we haven't had anything really rare, we've had a few interesting cars. I'll share some of the other cars that we've had, some that we've passed through in later videos, but I wanted to highlight 3 of our normal cars that were still kind of weird. So here they are in all their glory. Hope you enjoy. First up is the clown car, a 1962 Austin Healey Sprite Mark II, a real time capsule. This car was parked in the barn for 40 years. Kind of like Sleeping Beauty, but not quite as pretty when she woke up. For a few years before that, this was a Shrine Parade car, a true clown car, which explains the paint. This car, other than the paint, was absolutely original. It still had the original plug wires in it. Only 2 wires had been chewed by mice, and they were easy to find and fixed. We changed the oil, primed the oil pump, cleaned the points and plugs, put in a battery. We ran an auxiliary pump to run fuel from a can to the carbs, and after a couple of spits, it started and it ran with 50 pounds of oil pressure. The brakes were locked up on all 4 wheels, so we didn't get a chance to drive it. The interior was well weathered, but all there. Our plan was to get her running and maintain her as a patina driver. We almost hated to do a restoration because she was so original. There was almost no rust other than some surface stuff. As usual, we ended up with too many projects and too little space and time. Reluctantly, we let her go. But Richard, the young man who bought her, is very busy returning her to life. She found a good home. This one was a real eye-opener for me. This was our Barbie car, a Mark II midget. It was a non-runner, but the engine turned over. It was totally complete, had wire wheels with good tires, a rare white convertible top, and a white interior. We bought it because it was close, it was cheap, and it was different. Honestly, we thought it was cute as a button and thought it would sell quickly. You know, some dad wanting it for his daughter because he had one when he was a teenager, or some young girl wanting it so that she could stand out with her first car. We knew people would absolutely love it. Man, were we wrong. We have never gotten so much hate over any other car that we've had. The Pepto-Bismol jokes were unceasing. We did eventually sell it to a very sweet lady who drove across 3 states with her husband to pick it up, and she loved it. But it does go to show that you can't always trust your first impression. The Arkley SS I found near Tampa, Florida. I'd never seen one before. In fact, I'd never really heard of one. But I really liked the way it looked. The color wasn't something that I myself would have chosen, but the more I looked at it, the better I liked it. The designer was John Britton, who had been a club racer in England at one time. He was a builder and a designer, and he'd previously worked for both Morgan and Lotus, and his design reflects that. Underneath these cars were either Austin Healey Sprites or MG Midgets with new fiberglass components front and rear. In between, nothing was really changed unless the builders themselves customized them. My car was based on a 1971 MG Midget. It had a slightly built 1275. It had a 5-speed Datsun transmission with the Rivergate conversion. The previous owner had done some custom work on the interior. He had put in black racing seats that I didn't care for, so I built a set of seats from a Mark III midget, an earlier car. I put a lot of miles on this car, and she definitely generated a lot of looks. In the end, I sold it to someone to purchase an MGTD, and I'm actually sorry I did that. I sold the TD and returned to my beloved Spridgets, but that's another story.